Hello viewers, thank you once again for joining in today's tutorial. You're welcome to today's tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the scale command, the easiest way to use the scale command to fit in your drawing. And I'm going to be showing you how you can scale your drawings or your project into a title block. So let's get started. One thing you should know about the scale command is the fact that whatever you are scaling, if that drawing has a dimension, if that drawing has any unit of measurement, whether in millimeters, in meters, that particular drawing will be multiplied by the scale factor that you are using to scale. For instance, if you are having a dimension of about 4 millimeters and you scale by a scale factor of 2, for instance, it's going to multiply by 2. So that is something that you have to know. So in other words, we don't scale drawings, rather we scale our title block to fit in our drawings. So as you can see, this is my drawing in this title block, and it is perfectly sitting well in this title block. So I actually did not scale this drawing, rather I scale this title block, because if I scale this drawing, this measurement will not be the same. Okay, let me show you what I'm trying to say. For instance, let's say I pick my line command and I draw a line, let's say 3600 millimeters, for instance, and on this angle I'm using 3000 millimeters, and above again I'm using 3600 millimeters, and here I'm using 3000 millimeters. Now I'm going to use I want to dimension this, for instance, so that you can see. Pick my dimension to here I have 3000 millimeters, here I'm having 3600 millimeters. Now if I scale this particular diagram, it's going to multiply my values. So let's pick on the scale command. I highlight, I pick a starting point, let's say here, I say scale by the factor of 2, for instance. You see those measurements, my dimension just multiplied. Initially we had 3000 here, and here we had 3600, but after using the scale factor of 2 to scale this particular diagram, you see at this point now we have 6000 millimeters, and on this hand we have 7200 millimeters. So this is something that you need to take note. So when you want to scale your diagram, or you want to scale your diagram into a title block, you rather do not scale. What you just do is scale your title block. So let's say I have this particular floor plan. Let me copy this floor plan out. This one, I have this floor plan, for instance, as my drawing, and I want to fit in this particular drawing into a title block. All I need to do is bring my title block. Let's say I'm using this title block, for instance. Let me delete this so that I can create space there. So this is my title block. So I copy it, or rather, let me move it because I will not be using it again. So I move it down, and look at, it's not sitting properly simply because there is, let me say, an overspace over on this end. So I need to fit it in. So what I was saying is, don't highlight your diagram and scale. No, rather highlight your title block, select your title block, then click on your scale command. In this case, just follow my instruction. You come to the middle, which is your center point or your reference point. Then we are going to reduce it. In reducing, that means we will have to add a negative sign to our value instead of a positive. Initially we used 2, and you see it doubled, it's multiplied. Now we are going to be using, let's say I'm going to scale this diagram, this title block with sorry about this, I'm going to scale it with minus, let's say -8, for instance. So we're going to say 0.8. You see, it has reduced my title block with about scale factor of 2. But then I still want to reduce it again so that it will fit properly. So what I do is, because of the nature of this title block, I'm highlighting it again. So I'll highlight it again, and then I'll click on my scale command, click on the reference point. I want to use the middle again. I can say 0.8 again. You see now it has scaled and is perfectly seated in this. With this, I can print this particular project out. This is a 3-bedroom burger. I can print it out perfectly well, and this is for a client. So this is how to scale your diagram into a title block. And so you can share this video with your friends, share it with anyone who you feel will need this, because I had so much comments and requests from my audience online, even our family online, our friends, telling me to do a video on the scale too. And that's why I'm doing this particular video, so that you will learn how to scale your diagram. I think a student once told me that whenever I scale my diagram into the title block, my diagram measurement will change, and I believe this is the reason why that will happen. So never use scale your drawing, rather scale your title block that you are using. Except otherwise, it requires you to scale your drawing. So I believe you learned so much in this tutorial. If you have a question, please do it to drop your questions in the comment section. I'll be happy and delighted to attend to your question. So thank you for today. See you on our next tutorial. Bye.